Welcome back to Science-Based Violence on Tony's MMA Corner. Today we're doing a deep dive psychoanalysis of your favorite combatants. Extra psycho. Because MMA is free fighting, you will get many different variations of fighter archetypes. And most of you casuals cannot comprehend such complex sciencey things. I will break it down for you. The first archetype is the Wrestle-F asterisk. I guess that F is probably like a O, like Fokker. Yes, the Wrestle-Fokker. This type is mostly found in the Caucasus Mountains. They're the ones with the eyes that wander a little off. They all go to the same barber. They may or may not like their cousin a bit too much. This type will get anyone on their back, or on all fours, faster than your single mom. They completely break the spirit of their opponent, the crowd, and the corporate staff at Paramount. Scientifically speaking, I find it quite poetic when you manhandle someone until they quit life, but most casuals do not like this archetype. The next archetype is a dying breed. He is a grappler that couldn't knock out Stephen Hawking with a free shot, or the karate guy that absolutely highlights cans, but once he gets double-legged by some guy who did some wrestling in high school, he can't get off his back, like your single mom. What? Your mom gets around. The grappler or BJJ guy was cool when nobody knew anything and they do challenge matches in their Speedos on the beach in Rio. But now they get laughed at by casuals who think BJJ is sus because they think if they trained it, they would be afraid of getting a boner if they drilled mount escapes. Scientifically speaking, these specialists are okay for fight nights and undercards, but you will not see them touch UFC gold. The next category of fighters are the low IQ wrestlers who only want to bang, bro. Unfortunately, these guys are all American wrestlers. And I say unfortunately because I am a real American patriot. And these guys never consider the fact that they could use the fence to tag team their opponent to the ground like your single... I'm not going to do that to her again. Everyone else has already done it to her. And incorporating judo? Why on earth would they do that? That's what the enemy used in World War II. Instead, they're going to forget all that Division I training and just have the most exciting bad kickboxing match ever and get out-wrestled by a commie for the title. And smooth brain casuals love them. Big brain fans, like myself, yell at them to throw something other than an overhand they learned from some boxing coach who convinced them that they're a striker now. Like seriously, get the takedown! Why did your dad drive you around to a bunch of wrestling tournaments inappropriately cursing out the referees when you were 12? You're disrespecting dad now. Next up is the Chad Clean Striker. This guy is the closest thing you will get to an elite striker in MMA. He is so good, he makes the other MMA fighters look like mongoloids in the striking department. He is so far ahead that he is inevitably going to ask for a boxing match against the best boxer in the world to get a ginormous payday so he can buy his freedom from Uncle Dana and snort booger sugar instead of having to train wrestling, BJJ, kickboxing, karate, Krav Maga, just to get a tenth of what he would get in a big-time boxing match. These guys are the ultimate crowd pleasers. These guys, along with Dana, tend to have very high fight IQ, which keeps them away from Wrestle-Fockers until the real money is there. I don't know if that asterisk is a O. Doesn't sound right. Oh well. Our last archetype is the ADHD Apex Predator. You know the type. He fights like a coked out autistic kangaroo. Always bouncing, spinning, and doing all types of weird crap like that. They defy all the rules of fighting that your coach is constantly yelling at you about, but still find ways to win with some 360 knee that nobody does, but they actually rep 3,003 times a day. Don't ask me why they have to rep it that many times. The voices in their head just demand it. These guys have endless cardio because they don't have time for exhaustion. They're too busy fighting those same voices in their heads. Scientifically speaking, these guys will somehow find their way to UFC gold, and boxing purists will look at MMA and say that it's filled with a bunch of striking, mentally disabled people. Well, there you have it. A science-based breakdown of all of the MMA archetypes. Which one of your fighters fits into what category? Let me know in the comments and participate in this peer review of my science. And you can catch me on the next installment of Science-Based Violence on Tony's MMA Corner. If you like the video and want to support the channel, like, subscribe, comment. If not, then you are a science denier.